G'day, and welcome to mysummercar. How are we all? I hope we're all doing great. Welcome back to another video. So, last episode we left off. We got the van. We got the van on last episode, and we did the firewood job, which went sort of wrong, you know, but we made it in the end in one piece, so that was good. Today's episode, we are gonna continue the work, we're gonna continue building the satsuma. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, is there any more? Okay, we got some juice left. Could drink these, get our hunger a bit down, since we're not too hungry. Yes. Alright. Our hunger is all good now. We're gonna start off the morning with a shower. Our urine is quite high, so we're gonna pee in here, just to save time, you know. A thing before we start the car, I do want to mention thank you so much to those commenting on the tips and tricks video, sharing their tips or tricks, which is great because I've got a lot stockpiled up at the moment. So really happy to make a video on that, and yeah, it's gonna be good that the next tips and tricks video that's gonna be made. We're a bit thirsty, so we'll drink this. There we go. And yeah, we're gonna start building the car. What time is it actually before? Okay, yeah, it's pretty late. It's like nearly 11. Like 10:30 right now, which is not the best. But, you know, we've got plenty of time. Let's turn this on so we've got some better lighting so you guys can see a lot more better. We're going to move this floor jack just out of the way for now. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start on the exterior. Oh, no, the interior, actually. We'll start off there, and then we can move on from there. So, we're going to need our ratchet set here. We'll just set this aside because I don't think we really need this anymore for now. Put it over there nice and neat. There we go. Okay, we're going to start off with the steering wheel. Been sitting in the corner here, all lonely. Now it's going to get used. There we go. The gear stick is what we're going to do next. Oh, there we go. That's a 6mm. We're probably just going to bring this just over here closer, so we got better access to it. Man, having the ratchet set is so nice compared to the spanner. Heaps good. Next up is the handbrake. Now, it is a bit tricky with the handbrake, so because there's a screw that I usually forget sometimes, which is a screw I don't want to miss at all. So, oh, it's an 8. Whoops. I keep thinking everything's a 7mm because it's like the most common screw or size for like some of the build. So, yep. So the screw that we need is a 5, and it's actually under the car for the handbrake, and it's this one right here. Yeah, as you can tell, it connects from the handbrake down here, and then this is where you screw it in. It goes into the back wheels here. So, yep, that's all we need for the handbrake. Next up is the front seats, which are these ones. We'll do the driver's seat first. And there we go. Okay. Passenger seat, we've got that on the wrong way. I thought it would work, but it's not going to do. Oh, okay, we could actually just have that up, so just so it doesn't move on us. There we go. Alright. Yeah, we'll just turn that on. Now the front seats are a 9mm. Make sure these ones are screwed in as well all the way, because if they're not, you can fall out of the car. Yep, I know that feeling. It's terrible when you don't have these things screwed in all the way. You're just doing like 80 down the road, and all of a sudden you just fly out of the car. pretty bad when that happens, but, you know. Next up is the rear seat, which is right here. We can sleep in, we can use the rear seat to sleep in as well, which is handy. So if you've got, like, you know, if you don't want to sleep in the Satsuma, you can either drop this off at Flatari's or Timo's. I'm gonna just do that so we can get access to that much easier. But yeah, you can drop them off. You got the rear seat or the lounge from the junkyard, and you can pretty much, or not the junkyard, it's more like a junk pile, but you can, it's in the tips and tricks video, so you can use those two to sleep. Next up is the back panel. There's this one here. Now, we can use the subwoofer panel, but we really can't because we don't have subwoofers, obviously. But in the future, when we do get the subwoofers, we'll definitely use this for sure. And we can also spray paint this, which is really nice. Let's see, the dashboard is next. Now, we're going to be very careful with the dashboard because it can break the windshield if we don't be gentle with it. So we just come in just like that. Bam. Good stuff. Now, it's a 10mm. Two 10mm bolts. One in the glove box and one just in the middle there. We won't close it up yet because we need to put in the dashboard meters. Now, before we put in the dashboard meters, we're going to need the clock gauge, which is pretty helpful when you don't have the watch yet, which we will need to get one day. Hopefully next weekend on a Saturday, so we can get the watch from old mate that's at the dance hall. So, yep. There we go. Okay, the radio is next. We're going to need a radio. We don't have antennas, but we're going to put it in the radio anyway, just so it looks nice. There, see that? Look at that. Nice. Now, we're also going to be really gentle with this next part. We're going to close that just so it doesn't glitch out too much. We're going to put it in gently, because as you could see, when I was putting it in, it sort of moved the car forward, which is not what you want, because that can go really wrong. Okay, it's a 6mm to do these ones. Okay, nice. So that there is the interior. Now, we are going to move on to the exterior. So we're going to start off with the hood. We do have the engine already installed, so we can... Usually when I build the body parts first, I usually leave the hood till last, unless I've got the engine in, sort of thing. But since we've got the engine in, we can do that. Now, the hood is a 6mm, which we've already got. And what we want to do is get into here, open that up. And we can easily open it up without it breaking off, which is quite nice. Because if you had to stick your head like here and you had to sort of do it under, that would be really just weird. It wouldn't really make sense. So, make sure that's screwed in. Now, close that up. We're going to do the fenders next, which are these ones. These are a little funny. Sometimes they can fall off, so if they end up actually falling off, just restart your game and the problem should be fixed. Because I've had it happen before where I've put them on and they've just fallen off, sort of thing, every time. It's like with the exhaust muffler. All I did was restart my game and it fixed the issue, just like that, so... Alright, these, I don't know why I closed the hood, because for this part, we're going to need access to these bolts here. 3 on each side, so 1, or there's more than 3 actually, but there's 3 up here, and then there's 2 down here. There's one just where the headlight sort of sits below, and one really low down here, where just below the bumper. We'll do the same with the other. And then we'll do these ones up here. Okay. Now we're done with... Wait. Something just broke? Oh. Alright, next up we're going to do the doors. Door left. And now there is a bit of a trick that you do have to do when it comes to doing this. And that is, if you open up the door all the way by holding right click, it's going to break off. And that is a pain. So, we got to wait a while, or wait a bit until we can do that again. So, the trick is, what you want to do is you want to pretty much press it. You just want to click. Well, you want to click enough where it opens the door, just where it like locks up here, sort of thing. So, you don't want to hold it, you sort of want to hold it, or you want to press it for like less than a second, really. And, yeah. It may take a few tries to get right, but you'll get it eventually. So, the doors are a 10mm. There's 2. Well, there's 4, actually, I mean. 4 screws. There's 2 up here. And then 2 down here. Now, you can just open and close the door with ease. Do the same with this side. And there we go. Open and close with ease. Wow. Doing that a lot, that's not good. Next up is the boot lid, which is this one. Wow, that is awfully bright. Awfully bright. Wow. So we can easily open this one up without it snapping off, which is nice. And it's going to be a 6mm. Just like that. Easy. That's the boot done. Now, next up is the bumpers, which is this one. We'll do the rear one first since we're at the back of the car. I just want to line it up. Bam. Just like that. And the bumpers are an 8mm. Whoops, I just grabbed a 7. These ones are a little harder to find, these screws. So if you just lean forward, you can sort of see where the screw sits in, pretty much. So we'll do that on both. We'll do the front bumper now. And yeah, you can sort of see where the actual screw sort of sits in at the front of the car. So, yeah. Alright, next up is the grille. It's up here. There we go. To 6mm. Do this one. Next up is the headlights. Yeah. Alright, so we've got our headlight bulbs, which is in the house, which we will grab. Our kill you is like pretty much ready. We really should get it sold pretty quickly, because otherwise, if you leave your kill you to sort of sit there forever, it will get worse and worse, and what's his name? Drunk guy will not like it that much anymore. So we have to really get rid of that kill you before it pretty much dies. So headlight there, and headlight there. Now these ones are a 7. These ones are a little harder to see with the grill in. So if you're building the car, you should probably do the headlights first and then the grill, but we've just done the grill first. Probably should have done the headlights first, but it's alright. Alright, next up is the rear lights. These ones don't require screws. They're just as simple. You just put them in and bam, that's it. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to screw them in. You kind of should be able to screw them in. I don't know. I don't even know if there's like headlights or like screws in to secure these IRL. I think there is, but anyway. That's it for the exterior. Actually, there is something I do want to put on, is the mud flaps. Because these are, like, they're a nice little addition to the car. Like, look at that, see? They make it look more cool, I guess you could say. Oh. That happens. Oh, I forgot it sits back there, not at the front. Whoops. Front left. There we go. And then rear right. Damn. Perfect. See? Just looks a bit more cooler, that's all. Now, we're going to chuck these in the corner for now. I don't know if these despawn. They probably do after a restart. Turbo sticker, that is... just goes on like that. Really not much to the car, but it sort of looks decent when you just look at the car. Alright. Let's get the fuel mixture and the extra gauges on, because we might as well, right? So the fuel mixture gauge just sits up at the top left corner, just there. And the extra gauges, that one sits in the middle, just where this like hole sort of is, like just in front of it, pretty much. Alright, so let's see, we've got this oil filter here. I want to test out this oil filter, because I want to see if it actually is good. You know what I mean? I honestly doubt that it will be good, but I want to try it. But we've already got a good oil filter in there, so we're going to use that up, and then next time that oil filter needs replacing, we're going to use the old oil filter and see if it actually is good or not. Now, we don't have the mansion wheels right now, so we can't put the hubcaps on. So, next up is... we're probably going to do the alignment now. So, we're going to do the steering rods. And what we will need for that is a 14. There it is. Now, I'm going to see if I can get under the cast, just so you guys can see a little better where the screw could possibly be. There it is. Yep, just right there. See where it just goes from there, and then we're over here. So, oh wow, I actually did not see that one. Let me just do that one real quick, guys. I always forget that screw. I don't know what's with me and that screw. It's just like we just have beef, honestly. Anyway, let's see. 14 mil. And right. So basically what you want to do is you want to scroll down. Okay, we don't use a ratchet on this. I forgot. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll just grab a 14 real quick. Close that up. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to scroll the wheel down all the way. Like, all the way until the wheel stops moving. And once we do that, you want to scroll up 60 times. Right, 60 times. Exactly like 60 clicks up. You know what I mean? Like, you see where the ball's moving? It's like 1, 2, 3 sort of thing. You know what I mean? So, you do that forwards 60 times. So, I think you can do this either, you can either go up or back first and then do 60 back pretty much. So, but I think it's better if you just do all the way back and then 60 forward. Okay, it's moved now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip the part where I'm going to do it up 60 times because it will take a while, and just so you guys don't get bored, but pretty much I will straighten up both wheels and I will see you then. Okay, so the wheels are aligned. What can we see? We can sort of see pretty clearly, but I'm still going to leave it on just so we got much more better visibility. But yep, I just aligned both wheels, so if we sort of just look at them from an angle, you can see they've sort of pretty much straightened up. If you've got the wheels, it will be obviously a lot more clearer to see if they're straightened up, but from what I can see, they're straight as straight, pretty much, so. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to tune the rocker shaft. Now, they have changed the rocker shaft, how it works. Like, the way it's visualized, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but pretty much they changed it up so it's like a bit different by default now. I don't know why I grabbed a screwdriver, because I need to get rid of the rocker shaft, which is a 7. But yeah, pretty much they've changed, like, it's hard to explain, really. But if you follow what I'm about to teach you, it should work like a charm. So, we've got that off now. Just put that over there. Now, you want a screwdriver. And we're not under direct light, which is a bit of a shame, but you can see pretty clearly there. Now, back in the day, these, like, aligned were just super straight. They were all the same, pretty much. Well, from what I remember. But now they're all just sort of different in a way. So, it's a bit hard. But the way I tune them is I scroll all the way down on every single rocker shaft. Now, all of them may not look the same, but from my like, you know, research, this is what I've made the car pretty good. Now, in the future, when we get the car actually up and running, I will get Flattari to properly tune this thing to its absolute best, because I feel like if I tinker with this myself, I feel like I'm going to completely just screw the whole engine up. So, I don't want to do that. But yeah, pretty much, you want to scroll down on every single valve here, like all the way down until they stop moving. And pretty much, you want to go 7 clicks up. Okay, there we go. So, they're all up by 7 clicks forward. So, honestly, we might mess around with it. Like, I think when I did it, like, all the way down and an 8 up, it was, like, doing the little, like, clicking noise. So, yeah, I need to do a little bit more, like, research on it and stuff. Like, I used to know how to tune the rockers back in the day, but for some reason, when I, like, did it how I used to do it, ever since the update, it's just been so random, like, completely different, which has really, like, messed up my whole, like, knowing of the rocker shaft. So, but yeah, anyway, that's the rocker shaft done. We've done the steering rods. What else? I would do the distributor and the carburetor, but the distributor and the carburetor is only really best, in my opinion, to tune when the car's running. So you can sort of visually tell on if it's properly tuned. Because the distributor, the only way we can properly know if it's, like, properly tuned is by sound. For the carburetor, we can read it by checking this thing on what the air-fuel mixture is. So, next up, we're going to do the wiring. We will need to grab the wiring mess. Before I do start the wiring, I do want to say, I know a lot of you fellas are having a lot of issues with wiring, but what I want to say is that it's not hard for me to say. But if you guys really, really want a dedicated video on how to do the wiring, I will make a wiring video and explain everything, like, at its best. You know what I mean? But you can use this video as well as a way to know the wiring. But yeah, we don't have to do it in any sort of way or any sort of order. It's just pretty much you just do it. You know what I mean? So, what we got to do before we do the wiring is we got to undo a few things. And that is undoing this bolt on the starter. And oh, we gotta undo the headlights. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna pretty much remove these carefully, of course. Oh, okay. There we go. So, the headlights are undone, the starter's undone, and now we can begin the wiring. We're gonna do the main harness connector, ignition coil, main harness connector to regulator, and then pretty much from here, I just, like, I don't exactly know where everything goes into. I sort of just press F on everything and it just goes to everything. So negative terminal to the battery thing, ground connector, that to the positive, that's to that, and we're missing one more thing, I believe. Oh, the front lights connector. And then the front lights connector to headlight left, and then the front lights connector to the headlight right. Now, you see how there's a check mark still here? I don't know if it's on purpose, but I'm pretty sure it's like an indication of like you've done the engine bay. You've pretty much completed the whole engine bay wiring. Because as you can tell, there's really nothing else we can connect. Like apart from here, because we need the I forgot what they're called. I'll show you actually. These things here. Yeah, these sort of lights, they require wiring, so that's the only thing that's undone for this part. As you can see, nothing else. Alright, so we're going to move on to the interior now, which can get a little hard for definitely those that don't properly understand the wiring. But if you put your head through here, you can see where all the wiring goes and stuff. It's a lot easier when you don't have the dashboard in, but most of the stuff only pops up if you've got the dashboard in. We're going to do fuse box, the radio harness to the fuse box. Oh, no, to the radio, I mean, sorry. Oh, whatever I just did there. The radio, yeah, the harness as well. Fuse box, ignition switch. Wait, that's not working. Why? There we go. There it worked now. So it's a little glitchy sometimes to get to the fuse box, or maybe we've already done it. I think we already have. Yeah, we did. So instrument panel 1, and then why can I not get that? We got the lights, the light switch to the dash harness connector. There we go. Dash harness connected to the AFR gauge. Dash harness connected to the extra gauges. And if we just look under here, the radio is good. You see how there's like 3 different things into this main bit here? That means that that's all done pretty much. So no need to worry about that. We're missing 2 things here. I think the subwoofer is what that's for. Because we've done the light switch, ignition, the radio. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those 2 are for the... I think one is for the nitro button, I think. And the other's for subwoofers. For the subwoofers, like the amplifier or something like that. I think. No, I think that's for the back. But yeah, we've done the front here. We're going to move on to the back, which is probably the easiest of them all. And that is... If I can get a proper view. We'll get on this side so we can reach this. Oh my god. That was the battery that fell off for sure. So, we're going to go rear harness connector to rear light right. That again to the rear light left. And that is done. See how we got the check mark? Yep. That pretty much means it's done, from what I know. But the other thing that we're missing back here is for the amplifier. Because the amplifier sits like back here and then pretty much you just connect it into there. So, there we go. The wiring is now complete. Yep, see? It was the battery. Now, I kind of don't know if we should do this, but I will just screw this in. Just so the battery doesn't fall out. Okay, so we've done the headlights now, so we can now put these in. There we go. Do I have a 7 still? Nope. We're gonna do these in. So, you see how it's a lot easier to just to see the screws without the grill on? Much easier, much easier. Now we want to grab a 7 again, just so we can do the starter connector. And there is a connection point that does go from the starter. You see how there's a new screw here now, and there's a wire that goes up that goes into the negative terminal. Pretty much, yeah. That's what you got to do as well when you do the wiring. Let's just check if everything's all good here. I think the spark plugs are all in. We've already done the alternator belt. Let's just have a quick run, quick check through everything. Done the exhaust. Half shafts are good. Let's see. That there is the wiring. We'll close that door. By the way, if you didn't notice, I actually deleted the mesh save file, so that's why the car is looking pretty good right now. There wasn't any major damage. The only thing that was pretty major was the fact that this was all dinted in, and this back end here was completely just smashed in. But it's all fixed now, which is good. Alright, let's see. We've got pretty much everything. We don't have any fuel. Oh, actually, we do have fuel. We do. We should fill the car up because this actually spawns with like a little bit of fuel. Like a little bit. Like that much. Very little. If we fill it up, if we fill that little bit up now and then fill it up later when we've got a full tank, we'll have like that little bit of driving before we have to actually refuel again. So, bit of a tip there. It's not major, like the difference if you don't fill it up and then fill it up now, or, you know. But, let's see, we've got the grill. I want to move this outside because, yeah, just somewhere, just out here would be nice. Oh, our thirst is through the roof. I did not realize. Ah, what a day. How much... We've gone through pretty much the whole entire day. That's not too bad. We've got a sledgehammer here. Got the flashlight that can just fit sort of back here. Wire mess, we won't need that for a while yet. So we'll leave that just up there. Now, I learned that if you actually charge this battery when you start the game, if you get it on the charger instantly, you can actually save the battery from completely dying, sort of thing. So, it will die if you don't charge it, obviously, but if I was to charge it now, it wouldn't charge because it's just completely dead. So if you were to start a new game, rush in here, get the battery, put it on charge, it would actually charge and you could use the car. But sadly, we didn't do that and we won't have a battery. But we're going up to the shops anyway to buy a battery and some liquids and stuff, so that will be good. Let's see. That's done. Trying to think what we could do next. Might just get this. Don't have to kickstand on it. There we go. Look at that. Just get that up there. Probably put the helmet. I want to get this spray painted too, to something. Like maybe like a yellow, like a race sort of color. That'd be cool. Okay, just there. I think those will despawn eventually. Now, what I do... we might just leave those there, because when we go out to shop, we'll probably grab the stuff then. Alright, we can turn this off now since we're not really working in there. Alright, let's see if the van has spawned. If so, that would be great. Nope, it hasn't. So let's just check if Uncle's there. Nah, he's not there. It's too early for him to lose his license yet. I just realized this is like a pretty much, this is a compost pile. You can actually chuck spoiled food in here and stuff and it will actually despawn. Which is a really nice addition that the developer added. Drink some juice actually. Oh, you know what I realized? We went shopping Friday, right? Or Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. Because I was just thinking we could have bought like another 6 bottles and we would have made like... We pretty much would have been able to sell a lot of Kiryu. But, nah. We've only got 12. Yeah, we'll probably get this somewhere. Like, we'll just probably put it here, just as a reminder. Get this beer case. Now, something I kind of wish I did before was actually get the beer and put it in the fridge. How's that? I completely forgot to put the beer in the fridge for a nice cold beer. And we need some. Got our vodka there. Probably gonna drink, to be honest. We deserve one, I reckon, after building the car. Alright, what I do want to do is get these in the garage. So when we do fill up the car, these are ready to go pretty much. I'm surprised the mosquitoes haven't been around too much. Oh, there just went one. Wow. But yeah, I'm surprised the mosquitoes haven't been completely like, you know what I mean? They haven't been annoyingly active in a way. The car jack's over there, got some random stuff there, hubcaps there, wire MS there, helmet, the bin there. I want to get that radio set up. I want to buy some batteries and just get some music and just go at it, you know what I mean? But batteries are quite expensive. They're like 24 marks, I think. That's like quite a lot for some batteries that don't last forever, I don't think, so. Alright, there we go. Look how neat that looks. That's quite nice. Like, that's kind of satisfying just looking at how many Kiryu bottles that are there. And then just like a stack of sugar and some yeast there ready for the next batch, I mean. The reason why we got such a large electricity bill when we checked the bills was because I actually left this light on. Like, I left it on. Like, as you can see, you can't really tell the light's on. If you look under there, you can sort of tell that it's on. But, yeah, I left that on, and I only just realized, so... Well, before we started the episode, I looked in the room, and I realized the light was on, so... But, what we might do is we're gonna have a shower, actually. We may as well have a shower. We may as well be in the shower. 2 for 1, you know? It's been a while since we've actually had a smoke last, so... See what's on the telly, eh? Surely we can... Doing this like one finger pretty much. Oh, it's upside down, but it's alright. Yeah, I got no idea what this means, but I do know the Lotto, the 301 channel is the lottery one. Oh, we should have bought lottery tickets now that I think about it. I've never won the lotto before, and that's something I want to do in this game, is win the lotto. But yeah, you got the winning numbers. Let's see. We've got like a channel news. We've got like not a channel news, a weather news channel thing. That's not it. 200. Oops. To be honest, this episode wasn't exciting really. It was sort of just more continuing on the car. I'll admit it was kind of boring, but you know, next episode we will get the car started. I promise. What we're gonna do next episode is we're gonna get the van, hopefully, and we're gonna drive up to the mansion. We're gonna get the wheels, and we're gonna go up to Timo's shop, buy the oil, the coolant, and the new battery, and we're pretty much gonna come home and chuck the new wheels on. Well, they're not really new wheels, they're kind of like old wheels, but you know, we're gonna chuck the wheels on, get everything sorted out, start the car up, gonna get it all sorted out, and we'll see what I can do after that. But yeah, honestly, next episode it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be the moment. It's gonna be the moment you've been waiting for. So stay tuned, fellas. But yeah, once again, sorry that this episode isn't crazy or anything, but we did get some work done on the Satsuma. I got no idea why this door just no longer exists anymore. Like, you can still see there's a room in here, but it's just weird, you know? Anyway, but thank you all so much for watching the video. Now, if you guys forgot, if you want me to make a dedicated video on how to do the electrics, or the wiring, I mean, for the Satsuma, let me know. Comment down below so I can make a video. Hopefully, I'll probably end up making the video in between the series, so it will be out pretty soon after this episode. But yeah, just comment down below if you really want to see me do it, because it's easy, you know what I mean? But I did make a video on the wiring before, but it was horrible. That video, it was really bad. So I'm gonna make a new video for it if you guys really want it. So comment down below. Be sure to like the video, comment down below if you want to share any tips or tricks. If you want to do that, you should probably do it on the tips and tricks video, so it's easier for me to find and stuff. So if you really want to help out my channel, since it's going absolutely amazing, we've got like we've gotten like 200 subscribers within like the last 12 days, I'm pretty sure. So it's absolutely amazing. Share the video around your friends, to your mates, your family, even your pet dog. So yeah, this is YEETy, signing off.
How to run.